こんにちは。エンタープライズエストニアのヨシトです。ここでは皆さんにエストニアの投資概況について少しご紹介します。バルト三国の中でも最も北に位置するエストニア。1991年にソビエト連邦から主権を回復し、比較的まだ若い国ですが、今では世界中の投資家や起業家を引きつけてやまないスタートアップの集積地にまで成長しました。本題に入る前にエンタープライズエストニアについて少し紹介させてください。エンタープライズエストニアは経済通信省管轄の貿易、投資、観光促進を担う機関として2000年に設立されました。今ではエストニアを含め世界15カ国で職員が在籍しています。日本についても近々職員を配置する予定です。まずはエストニアの現状について簡単に説明します。スライドにある指標は何を示しているのでしょうか。エストニアは人的資本、デジタル化、ビジネスのしやすさにおいて世界でも上位にランクインしています。つまり製品やサービスの研究開発、販売に至るまでをグローバルにできる環境が整っています。またエストニアは中東地域では最も汚職が少なく、経済自由度指数が最も高い国として評価されています。グローバル企業から急成長のスタートアップまで、エストニアでは投資とイノベーションを成功させてきた実績があります。現在、多くの国でデジタル化とオンライン行政のサービスを検討を議論しています。エストニアではもはや標準となっているものばかりです。結婚と離婚に関してはオンラインでの手続きはできませんが、それ以外の行政サービスは24時間ネット接続ができる環境であればどこからでも行えます。近年ブロックチェーンが注目を浴びましたが、エストニアでは2014年から国家レベルでブロックチェーンを採用しています。契約書などの署名においても電子署名で行うのが標準となっています。この電子署名のおかげでエストニアでは年間 GDP の 2% を節約できていると言われています。また電子署名が普及しているおかげで会社内での承認手続きもすべてオンラインで行えます。そのためコロナ危機でロックダウンが起きた際も業務への支障は全くありませんでした。エストニアの税制はシンプルでオンラインで簡単に行うことができます。法人税はユニークな制度を導入しており、事業の利益には課税されません。配当に対して課税されます。つまり内部留保や再投資をする限り法人税が課せられません。配当に対して課税される税率は 14% から 20% となっています。日本とエストニアの間では2018年に租税条約が発効されていますので、二重課税の心配もありません。個人の所得税は累進課税ではなく一律 20% となっており、日本の消費税に値する付加価値税 VAT は書類や薬品などの一部を除き 20% となっています。社会保険料は従業員は負担せず、雇用主が負担する仕組みとなっています。エストニアの情報社会を構築し続けるのは今の若者です。資源の少ないエストニアでは次の世代の教育投資が国家にとっても最も賢い投資であると信じています。学校では現代のデジタル技術をより効率よくかつ効果的に導入し、国全体のデジタルスキルを向上させてきました。そうした結果、最新の OECD の国際学力調査ではエストニアが欧州で第1位という結果になりました。エストニアは 障害学習においても積極的に取り組んでいます。これは民間企業の労働力に対する期待が常に変化し続けることを理解しているからです。そのため、国営企業も民間企業も年齢を問わず、さまざまな IT コースを希望者に提供しています。エストニアのビジネスカルチャーはノルディックのものと似ています。正確で透明性の高いビジネス環境とプロセスを重視しており、それが官僚主義の少なさにつながっています。官僚主義を排除し、最新のデジタルソリューションを効率よく追求することで、企業はビジネスに集中することができます。素晴らしいアイデアと何事にもチャレンジするという精神がエストニア人の特徴といえます。エストニアの人々は革新的なソリューションのアイデアを持ち、常にテストを繰り返し、新たな挑戦に挑んでいます。実はエストニア人と日本人は少し似ているところがあります。恥ずかしがりで打ち解けるのに少し時間がかかりますが、とても勤勉です。相手を尊重し、時間通りに正確に仕事をこなしてくれます。投資家にとってはビジネス環境と労働市場に関する項目はとても重要です。エストニアではグローバル人材を提供できる用意ができています。先ほども述べましたが、エストニアの人々はとても勤勉で責任感が強く、自分が請け負った仕事は責任を持って最後までやり遂げます。労働力の質が高いというのもポイントです。エストニアの労働者の多くが高等教育を受けており、86% の大人が少なくとも一つの外国語を話すことができると言われています。また、多くの人が3カ国語を話します。IT リテラシーも高く、人口の 92% の人が日頃からインターネットへアクセスしているという調査結果もあります。現在、エストニアには1100のスタートアップが存在します。昨年はコロナ危機により、スタートアップにとってはとても苦しい年でした。しかし、昨年だけでも113の新しいスタートアップが誕生しました。最近、ユニコーンのタイトルを獲得したパイプドライブを含め、エストニアから誕生したユニコーンはこれまでに5社存在します。スタートアップに関するイベントも1年間で500以上もあり、主要なイベントとしては日本からの参加者も多いラティテュード59やエストニアの第2の都市タル都市で行われるスタートアップデイなどがあります。エストニアのスタートアップについては数だけが突出しているわけではありません。スタートアップの質も海外から高い評価を受けています。例えば、ドイツ自動車メーカーのダイムラーでラストワンマイルロボットデリバリーを統括するスティーブン・カシーは次のように述べています。エストニアはスタートアップ精神が旺盛で、新しいアイデアやビジネスを生み出すのに最適な条件を備えた素晴らしい国だ。エストニアの人々は全く新しいものを作りたいと思ったとき、それに必要なオープンなマインドセットを持っていますと。最後のスライドになりますが、ここではこれまでに日本企業とエストニア企業の協業事例をご紹介します。ウルトラキャパシターを開発・製造するスケレトンテクノロジーズは、マルベニとアジア市場進出において戦略提携を結びました。エストニアの電子政府基盤システム X ロードを開発するサイバーネティカは、三井住友信託銀行と信託プラットフォーム構築の共同検討を行うことで合意しました。他にも伊藤忠商事や日本企業が関わっている投資ファンドノルディック忍者、そして楽天などもエストニアのスタートアップに投資を行っています。以上がエストニアの投資環境の概要となります。ご清聴ありがとうございました。
Hello everyone, my name is Jaan Heinsoo. I'm the head of new markets at the E-Residency team of Estonia. So today I will talk to you about E-Residency and how it helps you to do business without borders. So first, a couple of words about Estonia. So Estonia is a small EU country with a Scandinavian business culture, and it also has a world-class business environment, and it is also a home of global startups, and the first and most advanced digital society in the world called E-Estonia. So a couple of words about the world-class business environment. So it takes only 20 minutes to establish a company. And you can manage your business fully online 24/7 with the help of your ID cards, which I will talk to you a little bit more about later. And 0% corporate income tax on retained profits makes Estonia one of the best, most competitive tax systems in the world. And yes, there is easy access to EU and global markets and no bureaucracy, basically whatsoever. So how does Estonia compare to other countries? First of all, in terms of starting a business, Estonia is on the 14th place in the whole world, actually, while Germany, for example, is far behind with 125th place, and Japan is on the 106th place. Very many companies are being established in Malta for international business, but Malta stands on the 86th place in the world. In terms of paying taxes, Estonia ranks number 12. And in fact, it is number 1 in terms of tax competitiveness in the world, while Germany is 46, Japan 51, and Malta 78th place. So also very many people use the Estonian jurisdiction and the Estonian e-government for trading across borders. So in terms of trading across borders, Estonia ranks number 17 in the world, Germany is number 42, and Japan is 57, and Malta is 48. So these are all official rankings by the World Bank, Doing Business 2020. So what is E-Estonia? E-Estonia means that 98% of companies are established online. 99% of banking is done online. 95% of tax declarations filed online, of course. And E-Residency makes the Estonian e-services available to everyone in the world. So maybe a couple of principles of E-Estonia. First of all, there is the once-only principle. So if you give your data to the Estonian government once, you don't have to go to another agency or another institution with the same data again. So all of the databases talk to each other. So there is this X road. I will talk to you a little bit more about that later. Estonians trust the e-solutions. So Estonians basically trusted the e-solutions already before there were any e-solutions, and that is how we started the e-revolution already in the 1990s. The citizens own their data, and so do e-residents. So if you basically, you can always check who has seen your data, who has checked your data from public databases. And almost all of the services are online. So first they are online, digital by default, and then maybe there are physical services necessary, but digital by default. This is our office. So welcome to E-Estonia. On the middle there, you can see the President of the Republic of Estonia, Kersti Kaljulaid, with our former managing director. And on the right, you can see a dog. So we always have a dog in the office. It's our Chief Happiness Officer. So basically, what can you do with E-Estonia in the first digital society in the world? Basically, E-Estonia has redefined governance and simplified life and business for everyone in Estonia. Only 2 things are left that you cannot do online. These are marriage and divorce. So, but a couple of words about how E-Estonia evolved. E-governance and online banking. Estonia was already a pioneer in online banking in the 1990s. And then when, in the year 2000, e-tax and population registry were implemented, we decided that, okay, we need to somehow combine these 3 in order to reduce bureaucracy already. So X-Road was invented. And after that, when the databases already were discussing and exchanging information between each other, we needed this digital ID in order for everyone to access the Estonian digital services and access the information. So today, almost 1.5 million transactions, information exchanges are taking place on the X road every day in Estonia. So in 2005, internet voting, 2007, public safety. So it means that you're not stopped on the roads by the police. Instead, they are basically scanning all the license plates of the cars. And even when your, for example, your insurance has expired or your driver's license has expired, then the police will stop you. And that has actually reduced the amount of fatalities on the roads by 40% in Estonia since public safety was implemented online and connected digitally. In 2008, we added blockchain principles and e-health. So, for example, you can just call your doctor and go buy your pharmaceuticals from the pharmacy when she prescribes the medicine to you in just 1 minute. And the most important thing, online company registration in 2009. So this has been also available to everyone in the world through e-residency already since 2014. So what is being added after 2014? So all of the digital services, there are 3,000 of them, are constantly improved. And now, basically, as I said, everything is available online. But here you can see a lot of smiling faces. So what do you think? What do all of these people have in common? So on the bottom there, you can see actually Kota Alex Saito, Japanese entrepreneur, startupper, and an e-resident. So yes, you guessed right. All of these people are e-residents of Estonia. There is Angela Merkel from Germany. There is Bill Gates from the US. There is the team of Ian Wagner from the US, who actually is operating from Asia. And of course, in 2015, Estonia awarded e-residency to the former Japanese Prime Minister, Shinzo Abe. So indeed, all of these people have in common the e-residency kit. So what is e-residency? You can have a government-issued digital identity, which provides non-residents an Estonian digital ID card. With e-residency, you can establish a location-independent EU company, access all of the Estonian e-services, and run your business fully remotely. So why do e-residents choose Estonia? Estonia is the easiest place to start and manage a global business online because of e-residency. And it is a trusted, business-friendly jurisdiction where companies have the same status as companies established by the Estonian residents, even if you establish your company fully online and run it fully online through e-residency. Basically, there is no difference between the company that you establish at the notary's office or which you establish at your own home through e-residency digital ID cards. And you don't need any local shareholders or directors. So all that you need is the local legal address and the contact person. Today, there are already 78,000 e-residents from 174 countries. And e-residents run 16,000 companies. So in a country the size of Estonia, that is quite remarkable. And by today, there are 3,300 Estonian e-residents from Japan who have established more than 300 companies already. And we hope that this number will definitely grow in 2021. So just a couple of stories of e-residents. So you already met Kota Alex Saito. And when Kota Alex Saito was commuting in Tokyo, he found an article about Estonia and e-residency. And on the same day, he applied for e-residency. And a month later, he got approved and founded his consulting company. just the next day. So thanks to the e-government system, he can run his Estonian company from literally everywhere. So Alex has actually moved to Estonia since then, and he has even managed his company straight from the sauna. So Alex strongly recommends e-residency for all entrepreneurs who are interested in international business, and he considers it super easy, so he urges you to just try it out. So actually, e-government is just one of the pieces of Estonia's fascinating elements. That's why Alex actually moved to the next level and became an e-resident, an actual resident of Estonia with a startup visa later. So, but that is a completely other story. Another comment from Alexander Storozhuk from Ukraine. So Alexander has said that as a Ukrainian used to government bureaucracy and red tape, the ease of applying to and the responsiveness of the Estonian tax authorities were quite surprising. And what Allegan said from Sri Lanka, he said that from the time of signing up, he was impressed with how the ecosystem worked and how easy the e-services worked and how easy it was to start the company. Just a couple of words about the future of e-residency. E-residency is expanding all the time globally. So this year we are actually opening more than 20 new pickup locations, including Tokyo. So in Tokyo we already, of course, we have an Estonian embassy in Tokyo, but we're opening a second e-residency pickup location in Tokyo so that it would be even more convenient for the Japanese e-residents to pick up their e-residency kits. New e-services are constantly developed. There will be cardless e-residency in the near future. So right now you have this ID card, but we are already working on a solution so that you can have the status and don't even pick up a card in order to use all of the e-services of Estonia. But this is just the future. The marketplace is growing, so business banking, localized tax and legal support. We already have Japanese companies on the marketplace who can give you tax and legal support both from the Japanese side and the Estonian side. And of course, networking support for e-resident companies. So we hope that you will not only have the benefit of establishing a company in Estonia, but you will also be able to network with other e-residents from anywhere in the world. So for example, you go and decide to do business in Brazil with your Estonian digital ID card, and you will find e-residents from Brazil who feel that they are part of the same community, helping each other and doing business with each other and supporting each other on their respective markets. The marketplace. So basically you can choose from a variety of service providers that offer turnkey solutions for business administration. So it is quite an interactive system where you can log on, you fill in what kind of e-resident you are, what you do, where you come from, and the marketplace actually will recommend to you what are the the best service providers and ecosystem companies that can help you to do your business. Also, well, basically you have virtual office service providers, contact person service providers, legal address, banking, consulting. So these are the two mandatory services that you will need actually when you become an Estonian e-resident and open a company in Estonia. You will need a contact person and a legal address in Estonia. Usually this service costs less than 100 euros per year. But this is the necessary service that you need when you establish your company in Estonia. And of course, banking, consulting, and so on. If you need to learn more, then you can learn from our knowledge base on our website. Of course, you can read from the e-residency blog. You can read the business guide that we have implemented together with PricewaterhouseCoopers for e-residents, and ask any questions from our support team from the email learn.eresident.gov.ee. So this is more or less it from me, and I will be very happy if you contact me at eresident@gov.ee, and if you become an e-resident and establish an Estonian company. So thank you very much for listening, and enjoy your day.
Hi, my name is Takeshi Omika from Japan. working for Marubeni Corporation. Very nice to meet you. Today, I would like to introduce my experience here in Estonia. Marubeni Corporation, as you may know, a general trading house in Japan, which have really diversified investment and trading business portfolio. And we have good amount of business already in food, agriculture, ICT, chemical, energy, metal, power, infrastructure, transportation, etc. But now we want to change ourselves more innovative and digital business segment. And to pursue that objective, we have established Tallinn office 2 years back, and I came here since that time. And I'm always looking for investment and business opportunities with Estonian startups and also ICT companies. Estonia is one of the densest startup ecosystem around the world, and we really have good conversations with many startups. What we are trying to do here is that Marubeni have a worldwide network through our businesses and also various offices in many countries. So we'd like to contribute companies in Estonia to expand their business, leveraging our global network. For example, we recently made investment into Estonian company, Cleveron Technologies, which is the largest European ultra-capacitor manufacturer, which is innovative technology of energy storage. And we have made investment into them and also made cooperation agreement with them. So we'd like to contribute them to expand their sales towards Asian countries through our network. And also, we are discussing some ICT companies for smart city projects in Asian countries. And they will bring good experience and know-how of digital government solutions. And I'm really enjoying the business and also private life in Estonia. And when I came here, I was very impressed by the kindness and openness of various business persons here and also government agencies here. So not only for business discussion, they took out me to saunas or winter swimming, even this winter. I enjoyed it really. And I experienced very say warm welcome from Estonian people and also country, and hope Marubeni can expand our business together with Estonian companies. And I hope you watching this presentation will have opportunity to visit Estonia and to have good business conversations with potential partners. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Arne Ansper. I'm CTO of Cybernetica. Cybernetica is Estonian R&D company. We have more than 20 years of experience in the field of information security, cryptography, border surveillance, and in other mission-critical areas. And our company is established on the basis of Academy of Institute of Cybernetics of Academy of Sciences. So we have a very strong research background, and we do still a fundamental research in different areas of information security and cryptography. We are a very export-oriented company. We have clients in more than 35 countries. We are purely Estonian-owned company at the moment. We have 2 offices in Estonia, approximately 170 people, and quite a lot of people with academic degree. About history of our company, we call ourselves as architects of E-Estonia because Cybernetica is responsible for several fundamental, foundational IT systems in Estonia, like our digital identity. We help to draft the Digital Signature Act. We have designed and implemented Estonian national governmental backbone X-Road. Also, we have designed and implemented Estonian internet voting system, which is still the only system in the world that is used in all elections without any limitations to the number of participants or their locations. And we have done research and development of privacy-preserving computation technologies, which we have now also productized. And we have been working very closely with Estonian maritime and border guard authorities regarding the maritime safety and security, and implemented several systems for border surveillance. And also we are working very closely with Estonian government regarding consultation and analysis of different information security and cryptography topics. We are publishing a cryptographic report about cryptographic algorithms for government as a guideline. And today we have several, let's say, business lines. Most importantly, I would like to talk about our e-governance core technologies. We have 3 technologies and products. First of all, we have Unified Exchange Platform, which is a system for secure data exchange and interoperability. It's based on the concepts and the design of the X-Road systems that we developed and designed for Estonia, but we have enhanced in many ways, and we have been successfully implemented in many countries all around the world. And this is something that solves the interorganizational communication problem, completely solves this problem. So it's all-in-one solution for very complex security and organizational matters. We are also active in the field of digital identity. We have developed technology, split key technology, which is mobile authentication and digital signature system. It's unique in the world because we have achieved a very high level of protection of private keys, and it's only software-based solution in the world that has achieved the common criteria certification. We have more than 3 million users right now in EU, and this is something that we have seen a great interest in other countries as well, because it really solves this digital identity problem using modern technologies. And finally, we have developed Sharemine Technology, which is technology for privacy-preserving computation, which allows organizations to cooperate, to share the data without breaking its confidentiality. It's really growing field at the moment, given how the world is changing, the cooperation, the sharing of confidential data, the computation on confidential data. It's something where we are really pioneers. Our second business line is centered around maritime safety and security. We have different products. We have maritime radio communication system. It was first developed for Estonia, but now we have more than 100 installations all over the world, in Southeast Asia, Middle East, in Europe, and this is something that we actively support and develop. We have also developed a border surveillance system for blue border, so it means like lakes and sea. This is deployed in Estonia and in other EU countries. And finally, our latest addition to this product line is a remote tower system for unmanned operation of smaller airfields. So we help the air traffic control to operate in centrally and to be more efficient and actually more secure. And finally, what is very important for us is our research department. So because of our academic roots, we have retained this cryptographic and information security research unit. We have about 20 researchers being very active in different areas, but we are focusing on cryptography, on information security, and our specialty has been privacy-preserving computation, internet voting security, security of heterogeneous systems, etc. And we have also successfully productized some of the results of our researchers. I would say split key is one of the good examples where we took the research result and really created a useful and unique technology out of this research. About our export, because this is important for us, we export to quite a lot of countries. We have highlighted some of the most important ones here where we do more active work, where we have larger projects at the moment. Of course, European Union, but also United States, Japan, and countries all around the world where we have deployed our UXP solution. Specifically regarding our activities in Japan, we have been in Japan for more than 6 years now. We have done several projects, and all those projects, they are centered around or based on our core e-governance technologies. We have very good relationship with Sumitomo Mitsui Trust Bank, where our cooperation is centered around the UXP secure data exchange technology. And the idea is to help to build different types of data banks to connect businesses, local authorities for different purposes. I've already also highlighted press releases here, so further information is available on our website. We have also a good cooperation with ELTES, and this cooperation is centered around our digital identity offering, split key. We have implemented a next generation ticketing system project where we basically try to better handle the customer registration and to combat with the fraud in the area of ticketing. And we have two further partnerships in Japan with Fujisoft. Again, this is centered around the UXP secure data exchange technology. We are implementing different projects with them. And finally, we have a project with Entity Data Corporation. And there we are using two technologies, UXP for secure exchange of data between different organizations. And also we are using a Sharemine for organizing the secure processing of data that is shared by different organizations. And those are just examples of what we are doing in Japan. There is more in the works, and this is really important market for us, and we see great potential for our technologies and solutions. Thank you very much.
Hey, my name is Andrus. I'm a founding partner of Tera Ventures. I'm going to tell you about Tera, obviously, but not only. I'm going to tell you also about, well, why we and funds like us are potentially relevant from Japanese perspective as well. And it's not just investment opportunities here. It's actually market insights to the whole ecosystem here. And I'll give you more details about this one. Tera, we are a top-performing seed stage VC here in Tallinn, Estonia. Estonia is our home market. We also have offices in Helsinki and Los Angeles. We're currently investing from our second fund. It's a 43 million euro fund. We're industry agnostic. We're covering also Scandinavia, rest of Baltics, Poland, Czech Republic. What is perhaps very notable about us, we have several LPs that are invested in our funds that are sort of strategic. Their interest is also to do deals, both commercial and investment type, with our portfolio companies, and to see deal flow as well. And this enables many synergies across all stakeholders. What we are very proud of and what we've clearly succeeded with, we've helped our portfolio companies to fundraise from top international investors. And the list is actually quite long. It also involves the very best investors, mostly from the US, but not only. Very notable again here is we've done many deals with Japanese investors and corporations, mostly on the portfolio company level, but also Itochu and Mistletoe in particular are actually invested in our fund. And we are sharing deal flow with both of them. And in the following slides, I will also give you insights into those specific deals. And my own history started actually with Rakuten when they bought one of my portfolio companies and invested into another one. And the board meetings of this other company, Linguist, are taking place in Tokyo. And well, besides enjoying the culture and food and nightlife, I've built a proper portfolio there, proper network there as well. So, and intend to continue doing that in the future. So in terms of strategy, we are generalists within digital. We invest at seed stage with high potential exits in mind. We are predominantly digital, but we also accept hardware risk. One of our main themes is machine learning AI. We've been investing in that for more than 10 years. And the other point is that, well, as we are hands-on, we always take board seats. We get to learn about the respective industries of our portfolio companies. And for that reason, we focus on fintech and automation and last mile and few other industries. So, and indeed, we are also targeting specifically internationally and otherwise diverse teams. From our LP's perspective, as mentioned, we are actually helping to facilitate deals both with portfolio companies and deal flow companies as well. And beyond that, we actually are giving broader insight into what is actually happening in this startup world. Where is this current technology and business model disruption going to? And yeah, if you combine all those things, this sort of closer relationship between our startups and also our LPs, this indeed enables many synergies across the board. And to talk about those specific, more notable portfolio companies, as mentioned, we are indeed focusing on fintech. For instance, we are the first investor with Moniz, one of the neobanks here in Europe, and we were actually the first investor in this case. And actually, in all the cases that I'm showcasing here, we have been either the first investor or the first institutional investor. And this is part of the playbook. So we are leading those early rounds, and this enables us to get better positioning in those companies, and indeed, obviously, help us to understand understand the industries as well. So, and as you can see, we've also been able to allure quite notable later stage investors on board here. And the next one is a company called Cleveron. So they are actually the pioneer of last mile delivery automation space. The main current customers they have is Walmart, who has deployed their products at scale. And they are a great product development company. They are coming out with new automated parcel terminals and similar products like that going forward as well. And they are actually already in talks with a few Japanese partners as well. And again, as usual, Tera was amongst the first investors. The next two companies here represent our AI machine learning theme. And the first one, they are actually the first leading, the world leading emotion AI platform. And they are actually building various products, going after various use cases on this platform. And again, as you can see, very notable investors have invested, and actually have already 3 Japanese investors are already on board, and Japan actually is one of the main markets as well. So, and as usual, Tera was the first investor. And the next one, as mentioned, Linguist is the one where Rakuten invested already at Series A. In their case, they're actually one of their main markets indeed also is Japanese market. So the collaboration with Rakuten is well beyond investment. It's actually a commercial collaboration there as well. The next company, Jobadical here, they are automating relocation services. And again, very notable top international investors and have invested, including Mistletoe, a Japanese family office. And yeah, Tera was the first investor, and we've so far invested in every round as well. The next one is Scoro, similar story, great investors on board. We were the first investor. These two are in our fund 2. The first one is a voice search or voice content discovery opportunity, and we led this seed round, and both Jan Tallinn and Greycroft joined in that round as well. And the second one here on this slide, Brainbase, so they are actually both of these companies actually are those internationally diverse teams, so they are both Estonian and US teams already at the time when we invested. So to be more general here, so what I've explained in those examples as well, so we are indeed hands-on leading those early rounds and helping them to get to larger international markets and then fundraise from top international investors. And this value prop works surely, and it works also towards the strategic LPs. So their interest is to obviously get the financial return from the fund, but also to see closer both the portfolio companies and deal flow companies, so we can actually enable that insights. And it's if you look what Estonia is, then obviously we are in some sense living in the future. We are the most digitally advanced society, and it certainly makes sense to see what we have here to learn from it, and we are geared towards actually giving that insight, and yeah, some of our LPs have already recognized this value, and we are certainly geared towards expanding that ability. And yeah, to be a bit more balanced here, it's not only us. It's you could get similar insights by investing in other similar funds. I guess yeah, Nordic Ninja is already here doing a similar approach, right? So thank you.